The media freakout is beginning right now because they are realizing that Donald J. Trump, the 45th president of the United States of America and the 47th president of the United States of America, is far more popular than Joe Biden. Joe Biden is completely irrelevant, and now the media is melting down at the reality of this situation. And I do not think that this is the end of it because, as I've said many times, I think that Gavin Newsom is going to be inserted into the Democratic nominee position. I hope I'm wrong about that, but that's another discussion for another time. Let's listen to MSNBC and Meet the Press freaking out.
Here it is. Wow. Donald Trump, we have at 46%, Biden, 44%.
And this is significant because this is the first time in the history of our poll that former President Trump beats President Biden, still within the margin of error, but still significant.
Yeah, in 2019, 2020, when Trump was president, he trailed all of them. This year, he's trailed all of them in our poll. First time in more than a dozen polls we've seen a result like this. Some of the other ingredients that go into that, Biden has long had an advantage over Trump on likability. Look, at the start of this year, 39% said they had a positive view of Biden, barely 30% of Trump. We've seen consistently a gap like this. Now, the gap is gone. 36 positive on both, and actually Biden 1 point more negative than Trump. That's been a significant advantage for Biden. Our poll says that advantage, at least for now, may be gone. And we talked about younger voters on.
Now, the important thing to take away from this is that we all know the polls are bullshit, and I'm not advocating for these polls. They're very small sample size, things like that. Historically, Trump voters don't even like dealing with pollsters. And Trump has historically been really bad in a lot of the polls. The fact that he is tracking this good is a massively bad sign for the Democrats. But again, I think a lot of this is coordinated because I do think that these messages are being put out there by the media because they really do want to remove Joe Biden. They don't want him to run as a Democratic nominee. I want him to run as a Democratic nominee. I hope he's the Democratic nominee, but I don't think the powers that be want him.
Foreign policy, and it's true on a host of other topics. Disaffected with Joe Biden. We have 46% for Trump, 42% for Biden among the youngest voters. The youngest voters in the 2020 election were Biden plus 26. This could be a massive sea change. And if you take a look here, too, everybody sort of says, hey, I'm not too nuts about the possibility of this matchup. So we said, let's measure this one way. And here's how we did it. Biden against an unnamed Republican. This is just a referendum on Biden, basically. And look at this. He goes from being in a dogfight with Trump to being double digits behind. But then flip it around. Trump against an unnamed Democrat. Trump goes from leading against Biden to being down by 6 points against the Democrat.
See, that's the point I'm trying to get at right there. They are building up this narrative that Joe Biden is a lame duck candidate, and they do not think that he should be running. Now, again, we're about a year away from the general election. Watch how the media narratives start to spin. Watch how they start talking about his age. Watch how they start talking about how his health is so important, the narratives from the White House. All of this is going to happen, I believe. Again, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't believe I am. And that's why we're seeing so many people on the left, the Michael Rappaports of the world. We heard Joe Biden himself say that Gavin Newsom could have his job. This is happening. This isn't just something I'm throwing out there. And trust me, again, for the 1,000th time, hope I'm wrong. Don't think I am. But at the end of the day, Donald Trump is the most popular man in this country and in this world. Everybody loves Donald Trump. You can sit there and point to like a couple of screeching weirdos on social media, but the man has the pulse of America, and that's why we love him. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.